What up YouTube, it's your boy Anime Specialist. The exam for the Royal Knight finally began and it was pretty good. The animation and art was okay at best, but I really like the concept of teamwork in this episode, especially the other team that Asta, Mimosa and this weird guy was going up against. Even though every teammate in this tournament kind of met for the first time, they worked pretty well together, especially the other team that Asta and Mimosa were going up against. We can see in that shot that they used their magic kind of together, and that's a thing that I'm really looking forward to in this tournament, the teamwork aspect of the tournament. It reminded me a lot of part 1 Naruto, where there was a lot of strategic battles that was going on, compared to Shippuden where it was just big jutsus going on. So I'm really looking forward to this part of the arc. And now that we saw the first battle of the tournament, we kind of know exactly what the rules are. It seems like you can move with the crystal. I didn't think that they could do that. I think that the crystal stayed at the same place at all time, but it seems like they can move with the crystal and kind of protect it with obviously magic. So that was kind of an interesting thing to see in this episode. And one moment that was pretty funny was when the guy named Zerk, even though it's not his real name, he was kind of sleeping, and you see, Asta flipping out, and then you see Mimosa behind him kind of being mad silently. So that was really funny to me to see Mimosa mad even though she has a happy face and everything. So yeah man, I really like Mimosa. I'm glad that she's part of this tournament and that she'll be probably a big part of this tournament because she's part of Asta's team. So we all know from the beginning of the series and the first arcs, we saw that Mimosa was specialized in healing magic and supporting magic. So that was kind of the only thing that she could do. But now in this tournament, we saw a little glimpse of her power. Obviously, she's a noble, so she has a lot of magical power. Maybe not like as much as Noelle, but she's really strong. So in this episode we saw a glimpse of her power. We saw her with attack magic and it was pretty cool. I really like that shot there. The art there was really good in my opinion. It reminded me a lot of one of Bulbasaur's attack in Pokemon. It's not just his attack, but he uses it a lot in Pokemon, and it reminded me a lot of this attack. So obviously this attack in Black Clover, I think it looks way better and it looks way more powerful. But yeah man, it reminded me a lot of that attack, sorry. But yeah, like I said, I really want to see more of Mimosa because she kind of can do everything with her magic. She can support, she can heal, she can have a map to see where her opponents are, and she can kind of detect magic with it, and now she can attack with her magic. So she's really reliable. She really can do anything. I think she's right now more reliable than Noelle, so even though Noelle I think is more powerful, I think Mimosa can do more with her magic. But anyway, in this episode we saw only one battle of the tournament, so I'm wondering if every episode will be only one battle, or if some episodes will see multiple battle, so that's gonna be interesting. And it was an interesting fight because Zerk, even though it's not his real name, he's kind of weird because he used Asta as a bait. He put some magic circles. He used some of his magic without them knowing it, and we didn't even know it. We don't know how he put those magic circles there, because he was kind of asleep. So it was kind of weird to see him use his magic without us and them knowing it. At some point in the episode, Mimosa said that the guy, I'm gonna call him X, the guy X, she said that he used ash magic, and I'm not sure it's really that, but she explained pretty much what his magic was, and she said that he probably seals magic effects in object or the turn by drawing magic circles, and by activating one of the magic circle, it activates the other magic circles, you know, so that was pretty interesting. We don't know a lot about his magic right now, but that's what Mimosa said right now, so I'll go with it. But I think there's more to his magic that she said. So yeah, Mimosa is really smart, man. I know I'm bragging a lot about her. I like her character a lot, but it's true, you know. But anyway, man, X, we really don't know a lot about him. We saw him destroy the vice captain of the Purple Orchis the previous episode, and now we saw him drawing, not really drawing, but we saw his kind of magic and using Asta as a decoy. So that's kind of crazy that he did that to his own teammate, but that's the only thing that we really know about him, you know. The Magic King seemed impressed by his magic, so at least there's that. But yeah, man, we'll have to see in the next few episodes how this character and this tournament develop, because he's really interesting. His design is awesome, and yeah, man, we'll see. Obviously, at the end of the episode, we saw Asta butting head with X, and he was pretty mad because he was used as a decoy, you know. So we'll have to see how their teamwork is gonna go. We know that Mimosa and Asta kind of know each other. They've fought together before, so they have kind of chemistry together. But X and Asta plus Mimosa doesn't have any chemistry, so we'll have to see how this tournament is going to be like with them. We know how strong Asta is. We know kind of what Mimosa can do. We just don't know how strong X really is. So we were introduced to a new character that I'm pretty interested in. In this episode, he's part of the C team with Magna, and he's part of the Coral Peacock Magic Knight team. You know, we haven't seen a lot of this team in this series right now. I don't think we have seen their captain fight or anything, or any of their members, you know, so this will be pretty interesting. He's Mimosa's big brother, so this is gonna be interesting. He's a senior class Magic Knight, so he may be pretty strong, you know, so we'll have to see next week's episode. His name is Courage Vermilion. He seems a lot more you know, I don't know how to say it. He looks a lot more superficial than Mimosa. That's the word I was looking for. But yeah, it's gonna be pretty interesting because Mimosa, she was really funny in this episode, but at the end of the episode, she was just saying how much she wanted her brother to disappear, you know. So this part was pretty funny to me, just how she was talking, you know, and everything. So, and she has a personality, and that's what I like about her, you know. Sometimes there's other characters that are introduced that doesn't really have personality. They're kind of bland, but Mimosa kind of has that. So yeah, man, it's gonna be a pretty interesting fight. You know, there's Magna and this girl from the Blue Rose. I don't remember her name. She's really big, she's really tall, so we'll have to see what's gonna happen in next week's episode. I don't know who they're going up against, but it's gonna be interesting, man. I don't think they're gonna lose, because it seems like Magna and this girl from the Blue Rose, you know, they're pretty strong, and their guy Mimosa's brother. So yeah, man, let me know what you thought about this week's episode in the comments down below. I thought it was pretty good. The animation and art, I would like it to be way better than it was, but the tournament is gonna be interesting, man. The battle aspect and the strategic aspect is going to be really interesting to see. And yeah, I really want to see who's going to become Royal Knight, you know. So there's a lot of matchup to see in this tournament. There's Noel versus her brother. There's Finral versus his brother, you know. So, and there's probably Asta versus Yuno. So this will be a really interesting arc. Let me know what you think is gonna happen next in this arc, and let me know what you think is gonna be the final fight, you know. But yeah, man, thank you for watching. I do Black Clover reviews every Tuesday, so subscribe for that. And I do other anime related things like the Promised Neverland reviews on Thursdays. Sword Art Online, Fairy Tail, and sometime One Piece reviews on Saturdays. And when the Boruto anime is gonna catch up to the manga, I will do reviews of that on Sundays. So yeah, my bad if the review is late. I was asleep. This was the first time I've slept well in a while, but yeah, man. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Anime Specialist out. Peace.